then it gets added instantly to the other window. And this is using WebSockets and node.js. This is very simple to implement. And normally this is hard to implement using the former technologies. And if you look at the code, this is basically what we need to do on the server side to implement this. So it's like 20 lines of code. Yeah, it's just very simple. And this is implemented using node.websockets.js, which is a module that implements the WebSocket API for Node. And I have also patched it with the on-connect. I don't know why they didn't have it, but yeah. So if we look at the code, it's basically we import the sys, and then we have a global variable called members, and here we do some. Here we implement an API that Node WebSocket.js supports. So on WebSockets you have basically three functions. One is on data, on connect, and on disconnect. So when we get a connection established, we push this connection into our global variable called members. And when we disconnect the connection, we remove it from our members. On data, when the data arrives, it just relays the data to all the members that listens currently. Yeah, so you can see it's very simple, and this code will scale a lot better than most of other solutions. And how we do it on the client side, yeah, I can probably show you better the actual code. So this is the server implementation, and this is the client-side implementation. So it's they are both pretty simple. I mean, most of it is actually used for rendering, and but the most central part of client-side implementation is this. Basically, we create a new WebSocket object that connects to this IP or this URI, and then we assign some handlers. So on open, when we open a connection, on message, and on close, and then we implement each of these. And one of the central parts is that when we send data, we basically send it as a JSON, and I use a library called AGS to do this, and it has a function called serialized JSON, which takes a JSON object and outputs a string. And when we receive a message, we basically just evaluate the data to get the JSON object. I mean, this could be a bit. This has to be protected by some other security measures, but this is just a demo, so I haven't really thought about that. So when we get some data, we simply display it, and I think the simplicity of this is pretty nice, and with a little code you can get something that works and that can scale. So other Comet servers which are popular today, some of them are not that used. There are a lot of different kinds, but I have just taken 3 which I think are interesting. The first one is JBossNetty. It's a Java library for doing non-blocking networking, and it's based on Java Neo. And we use it in Plug, and we use it to handle over 200,000 open connections. And it scales really well, and it uses some memory because it's Java, but it's not that much. And then it's early Comet, which is Erlang-based Comet server. I don't know the status of it, but I think Erlang is also a very good language for implementing Comet servers. And then we have a Tornado, which is a Python server, which is open source by FriendFeed. And it's also interesting, mostly because it's Python, but also because it is also optimized. And I'm really interested in Comet, and I have tried most of the approaches, and I think that node.js is the most natural way of doing it, simply because JavaScript is an event-based language, or it just feels natural to do it in JavaScript. And how does it perform? I have just taken a Hello World benchmark, and I have done it with Tornado, and Tornado is one of the fastest Python-based servers. So here we see that I have used AB, which is Apache's benchmarking tool, and we just do a lot of requests, and then we can see that Node.js is about twice as fast as Tornado. And I think if you do big applications, then it will be even faster because of the optimizations that are done to VH. I mean, Python is a pretty slow language, and VH is a lot faster and better virtual machine than C Python is. So I will just also show you something really cool, and it's called CoffeeScript, and it is a small language that is hugely inspired by Ruby, and it simply compiles to JavaScript. And the thing about JavaScript is that it's a very dynamic language, so it makes it very easy to emulate any other language. And here we see how it's the syntax of CoffeeScript, and this gets compiled to this JavaScript code. And here we see how Node.js API could look in CoffeeScript, and how it looks in JavaScript. So I think it's just a fun little language, and I think JavaScript as a platform could become pretty powerful, simply because it's very easy to build languages on top of JavaScript, and JavaScript currently probably has one of, or will have one of the fastest implementation of any dynamic language. So yeah, I will share these slides, and you can see links of the stuff I have talked about, and try them out. And then I want to also tell you a little promotion that we have exposed the Plug API, and as I know a lot of you are developers here, I hope you will check it out and build some cool applications. And you can. I will expose these slides on my blog, and you can private plug me any questions personally. But are there any questions here?
Thank you for your sharing that. I'm wondering that is it easy to make the server-side code running on the web browser? How many qualifications before to make that happen?